Hey guys, what's up? This is Doctorian, and today I want to have a little bit of a talk about the Time Walker dungeons because the opinions are really divided. A lot of people say, some people say it's a good thing, some people say it's a bad thing, some people claim that Blizzard is being lazy, and I just want to have a general look at it. For those who don't know what Time Walker dungeons are, Blizzard has decided to bring in dungeon scaling. So what does it mean? Dungeon scaling means that they selected some dungeons from the Burning Crusade and the Wrath of the Lich King expansions from World of Warcraft, and what they're going to do with them is, if you're, for example, the Burning Crusade dungeons, if you are level 71 or higher, so anything between level 71 and level 100 can queue for those dungeons. What they're doing is they're adjusting the dungeons. You're gonna keep all your talents and all your glyphs and all your abilities, but they're gonna scale you down to the level of the dungeon. And the reward what we're getting is loot that is gonna scale with your character. Now I don't know which item level. Does that mean 670 item level? Is that gonna be 680 item level? Is it going to scale with my character item level? So if a sword drops, for example, for my warrior, and my warrior is item level 7, it's right now it says 682, but let's say it's, so will I get a 682 sword, or, so that is what I don't know yet, what is not known. What they do say is we're gonna scale you down, we're gonna scale the 5 players in the dungeon down to heroic level of heroic content, heroic difficulty of those dungeons. And we're gonna upscale the loot to level 100, so you can actually get gear in that. Well, the item level still needs to be sorted out, which how high the item level gear is going to be there. So from the Burning Crusade, we have some dungeons, and we also have some Wrath of the Lich King dungeons. And for the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, you need to be 81 and higher to actually to play those. So you need to be always one level higher than the content, than the content the dungeon was created for the original content. So if I'm level 75 and so what they're also doing is that it's going to be a mixed party. So as level 100s we can queue up, do a Time Walker dungeon. But also, let's say I'm going with 3 friends of mine, or 3 guildies of mine being level 100, and we're going to queue up for them. And level 75 player can also queue up for the Burning Crusade ones. So we're actually getting players from level 71 till 100 for the Time Walker Burning Crusade dungeon, and level 81 characters till level 100 characters can queue up. So we're getting everybody in there in those windows of leveling. That's kind of interesting, because as a level 100 you have all the talents and all the abilities, and as a level 72 or 73 you're missing out on abilities. So I'm quite it's quite interesting to see how is that going to scale damage wise and all that kind of stuff. Because yeah, level 70 you're gonna miss out on 2 talents if I'm right. I think on level 75 you get 1, but you're gonna miss 2 talents, so it's gonna affect your DPS somehow, I would think. But that's all to be seen. I'm downloading the PTR right now, and I hope to get in there, do some dungeon testing into that. The other thing is they're gonna these dungeons, these new Time Walker dungeons, are not going to be in. We can't queue up for them all the time, 24/7 every day. This is just 24/7 is not there. It's gonna be released on holidays and weekends, from Friday noon till Monday. So those are the weekend and holidays, special holidays and all that kind of stuff. They will be in there as well. So it's kind of like the old the battlegrounds. You had the battlegrounds in the weekends. We would have a special battleground which would grant extra honor, and it was always one sorted out. Nowadays I think the weekend is always double honor for every battleground, but right back in the day it was one battleground each weekend, and then you will get double honor if you would do that one. So this is kind of the same. It's going to be out every weekend and on holidays. The dungeons we're getting from the Burning Crusade are the Architraves, Black Moras, Manatoms, the Shattered Halls, and the Slave Bands. We're only getting 5 dungeons out of the Burning Crusade. But and the dungeons from the Wrath of the Lich King expansion are going to be Ankahet, the Old Kingdom, Gundrak, Halls of Lightning, the Nexus, and Utgard Pinnacle. So those will be the dungeons we get. So from level 71 till level 100, everything in between there, you can do through Timewalker. You can queue up for the Architraves, the Black Moors, the Manatoms, the Shattered Hold, and Slave Bands. From level 81 and higher, you can queue up from Ankahet, Gundrak, Halls of Lightning, the Nexus, and Utgard Pinnacle. Not bad choices, but I went over my list, and I personally have a very weak spot for Burning Crusade. It's my favorite expansion till today. I love that expansion so much. In my opinion, it's seriously the best expansion ever created. I know people don't agree with me. A lot of you people will say the Wrath of the Lich King, and numbers prove that. It's not a different discussion, but I just love the Burning Crusade expansion. I thought it was awesome, and I went over the list and I was like, what dungeons would I like to see added to this? Some dungeons I would like to see added to the Burning Crusade list would be Shadow Labyrinth, because I love that. I mean, can you imagine doing Murmur again at level 100? Damn, that would be awesome. I really loved doing that boss. I thought he always looked badass. Steamvault, I really like that one. It's just the general atmosphere in there, and I don't know. The Mechana was one I always liked. The Botanica, I know a lot of people never did the Botanica, not even in when it was live in Burning Crusade. A lot of people thought it was a long dungeon, was a difficult dungeon, a lot of stuff going on. I think it's really interesting. It had a lot of mechanics with bosses summoning flowers that would heal and needs to be interrupted and AoE down and all that kind of shit. I thought it was really something different. The Botanica was really a different dungeon that would stick out. And the Magister Terrace, I still love that dungeon very much, and it should be very cool. There is a mount to get once more in Magister Terrace. And some dungeons I would like to see added for the Wrath of the Lich King is the Pit of Sauron, the Forge of Souls, Halls of Reflection. Those 3 dungeons specifically, I love the way they are. They're awesome dungeons, awesome look, awesome design, and the Culling of Stradholm. I still love that dungeon. But I would see those 4 dungeons added to the Wrath of the Lich King list. Now, to get on topic with is Blizzard being lazy. Blizzard is saying, hey, this is a totally different kind of thing to do than creating new content. But because let's face the music, it's being old content being brought up to our level 100, and that's fine. And I'm really happy you don't need to be level 100. You can queue up from 71 or 81 all the way to 100 during the weekends, so you can try them out at different levels, using them as for your level to level up to get experience as well. It's all really good. I'm glad the loot is catching up. I hope they will make it an appropriate item level, but there were 2 things to look at it. First of all, I love the fact that the Burning Crusade dungeons are getting back, and even the Wrath of the Lich King. I don't mind. A lot of people did not see those dungeons, especially the Burning Crusade. There were a lot of players in Wrath of the Lich King, but a lot of people missed out on the Burning Crusade. It's not that bad, but they're saying, hey, it's a delicate process. It's a really special process, and it's entirely something else than creating new dungeons. They're saying creating new dungeons during a patch is hard. I think that's bullshit. Creating new dungeons in a patch, Blizzard done it all the time in every expansion, so that's completely bullshit. Saying that's a different way of work, it's different than creating a new dungeon. I agree on that, but the time and energy and money you spend, Blizzard, on making these Timewalker dungeons, you can spend the same amount of resources into creating new dungeons. So yeah, is it a bit lazy? It is kinda. I don't want to be all negative about it, but it is from if you need to pick between creating new dungeons and bringing back old dungeons up to current level, then from those two choices, yes, it's the most lazy choice to pick. And I'm kind of sad to have to say that, but it is the truth. I love that they're back, but it would be better, or it wouldn't have hurted to put at least 3 new dungeons out, because we only got 7 or 8 at the moment, which is not enough. I know we get the mythic dungeon, all that kind of stuff. I want to talk more about that later, and I will in a different video. But I think Blizzard was looking at, yeah, new dungeons takes a lot of time and a lot of redesigning. We can also bring up old stuff. The good thing is everybody from certain level can queue up, and that's really, really cool. So yeah, but they picked the easier choice of, instead of taking picking the harder one and creating more content for us for Waters of Draenor. So that was my view about the Timewalker dungeons, guys. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.